Hey everyone, it's Tyler here again for another episode of Get Off Your A. Today we're going to be making cinnamon buns, everyone's favorite breakfast snack. Both delicious and healthy. Not really. But anyways, today we're going to be making them with a slightly odd ingredient. The potato. Someone commented on my last post of gnocchi, which is a potato-based pasta, and thought it would be fun to try it with using potatoes to get that silky, soft consistency of gnocchi dough in a cinnamon bun. So I've never made this before. We'll try it out and see how it goes. First thing you need to get yourself is 4 Yukon Gold potatoes of medium size. I just kind of picked them. They look medium to me. And you need to peel them and to cut them into 2-inch chunks. And go. So now you've got these lovely 2-inch chunks of potatoes. Throw them in a pot and get yourself 2 cups of water. And you actually do want to measure this as I dropped it on the floor. No one's watching. You are. Anyways, 2 cups of water. You want to make sure you actually measure it because you're not going to add any more water or less water. So 2 cups. Boil it on medium until the water's almost gone, around 15 to 18 minutes, and we'll be back. Hey everyone, so the potatoes are boiled. Fun fact, I lied to you, flat out lied to you. You can never trust me again. No, just kidding. That's why I'm redeeming myself. You need to boil these potatoes on full, like all systems go, and you need to keep the lid off so that the water can evaporate and they can cook quickly. I figured this out, and then it took the proper amount of time. So we have the potatoes here, and we're just going to put them into a bowl, and they're nice and starchy. And it said not to drain them at all, so there's a little bit of liquid left, but we'll just leave that in there. Throw that pot away. And you're going to take half a cup of butter, or 1 stick if you get your butter sticked. I love sticked butter because the measuring is done for you. So you just throw that big old stick of butter in there, take a nice potato masher, and mash those up. Lovely. You can resist from eating it all. Potatoes and butter. God's gift. 1 cup of flour goes in here. So just pop that in like such. Take a good old whisk and just start kind of working that in. And that flour is going to help cool down the potato mixture a little bit so that you can then crack in 3 eggs. So, take our eggs here. So that's 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs. How exciting. And now you just want to mix this all together into a nice goopy mixture. I know this is why you tune in, to watch me mix things. It's so exciting. There we go. And now you have a nice, smooth consistency. So we are going to put this aside, and we're going to start on our yeast mixture, which will help them rise. So I'll be right back with a special friend. Bam! We have completely changed directions. It's maddening, I know. We had to do that so that we could use my friend right here. I don't have an extension cord, so we had to reconfigure. I'd like you to meet a very special friend of mine. Her name is Gloria. This is Gloria. She's my stand mixer. She's my best friend. I need to get out more. But yeah, she makes mixing a breeze. If you do have a stand mixer, awesome. If you don't, you can still make these. You just have to do it with your hands. Like a spoon with your hands, not like that. That would be kind of gross and sticky. So we're going to start by proofing our yeast. So what you need is half cup of warm water. When you're proofing yeast, you don't want to be too hot or you will kill all the yeast. It is a living thing. Be nice to it. And if it's too cold, well, it just won't be as fast. So you need 3.5 teaspoons of yeast in here. So that's 1, 2, 3 and a half. I'm a little loosey-goosey with the yeast measurements. And 2 tablespoons of sugar. It's very exciting, I know. 1, 2. So just give it a little stirry-magur. And you just want to let this sit for about 10 minutes. so that it can get all nice and foamy and frothy and active. And then when that happens, we're gonna start making the bulk of our dough. So I'll see you back in 10 minutes. Hey everyone, so the yeast is proofed. I don't even know if you can see this. It's very dark. Yeah, you can't see anything. Anyways, it's goopy and foamy and brown. That means it's good to go. So now that our yeast is proof, we can actually start making our dough. So what we do is we put it into our handy dandy mixer. Get yourself a dough hook to dough, as the French say. Pop her on. And you're going to add all of that nice, smooth, silky potato, egg, and flour and butter mixture. And you're going to put that all up in her. Gorgeous. Lock it and just, oh, you're not plugged in anymore. And turn it on. So I'm just going to put it on speed 1 or stir. For those of you without this, that's kind of a stirring motion like that. And we're going to start adding flour in. So we're going to have to add 4 more cups total. So we'll start by tipping in 1. And then once the cup has been added fully, and once it's been mixed in, then you can go ahead and add the next cup. So this is an exciting process. So that's 1. So I've added the first 3 cups, turned it up to speed 2 now that it's looking a little more dough-like, and this is going to be the 4th cup. Flour is flying everywhere. Maybe slow this down when you add new flour so it doesn't lose its mind. And yeah. So you actually just let this go and knead for about 4 minutes, and then when that's done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so far everything seems to be going to plan. The dough is complete. So let's have a look at it here. It's nice and stretchy. It's got a little bit of a stick to it, but not crazy amounts. Don't want that to fall off the counter. So we'll just take off the dough hook here, unscrew this, and take her out. Here we go. So, this is our dough here, so it's nice and stretchy. It's really soft and it's all warm because with the warm water. It's like a newborn baby. So this is our lovely dough here, and what we're going to... got away from me. What we're going to do here is put this in a buttered bowl, so just take a stick of butter, rub it all over a bowl, and let it sit for an hour. That's going to let it rise up, and when that's done, we can start the filling, put them in the oven, make the glaze, cut them, and enjoy. So we're on our way. Nothing too difficult though, just a little time consuming. So we'll put this in the bowl, start it to rise, and we'll be back soon. Hey everyone, so the dough is almost finished rising. I can see the end, and we're going to start making the yummy, delicious filling. I'm missing cinnamon. I'll be right back. Cinnamon! Obviously an important part of cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon, yes, okay. So, the first thing that we're going to do is make that yummy, delicious filling. So we need 1.5 cups of brown sugar. This hole is not big enough. So that's 1. And 1/2. Brown sugar feels clumpy and hard. Just gonna work it up with our hands, get it going. 2.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. I did the cinnamon challenge, and now every time I see cinnamon, that's all I can think of. It is the worst thing you can do with your life. I recommend skipping that. 3 tablespoons of flour. 2, 3, and 1/2 cup of butter, or 1 stick if you were using the sticked variety. Just throw that in there. Take a fork and mash into a nice smooth paste. There we go. We have a nice cinnamon paste. I'm gonna wash my hands and then we can get started making these things. Okay, so our dough has literally doubled in size. I don't know if you can see that. But it's pretty exciting. And it's so reflective. And when you push it down, yeah, it just sinks right in there. Beautiful, soft. Look at that. Oh, it's just the best thing. So we are going to roll this out. But first, we're actually going to divide it in half. This dough makes a double batch of these bad boys. So we're only going to make one tonight because we don't all want to die of diabetes right away. Save that for the 30s. So I'm going to take this, wrap it up, put it in the fridge. You can actually, even once it's chilled overnight, freeze it and use it again. That's always good. But let's focus on this bad boy right here. So it's pretty buttery and wonderful, but we're just going to take some flour and flour the board here, and we're going to roll it out into a nice little rectangle. Get your rolling pin and give her a nice roll down. It's said into a rectangle on the websites, so I'm not really sure about the dimensions of said rectangle, but I guess you want it fairly rectangle-y. So here is that. Now we're going to take that lovely cinnamon paste that we worked with and just spread it all on here. So it's been all spread and it looks like a horribly conceived Jackson Pollock painting. It's very splotchy, but it doesn't spread well, so it's kind of a thing as you go. We've got our handy dandy bench scraper that we saw in the last episode, and it just helps you to kind of get a little lip going on here. And they're not called cinnamon rolls for nothing, so you really just roll this up like a big old log until you have a beautiful log o' cinnamon, as I like to call it. And there you go. So, get yourself a couple cake pans here and get yourself a nice old stick of butter. And just with the nubbiny end, just paint all over the inside of those to prevent the sticking, because, you know, these don't have enough butter in them already. Oh God, my thighs. And just work your hand in there so it gets all nice and spread. Make sure you get the sides too. Don't be stingy. There we go. We got our pans nice and greased. And we're going to take a sharp knife, dip it in some flour, and you're just going to start in the center, and you're just going to cut these bad boys. And you're going to cut them really how tall you want them. So 1.5 to 2 inches thick is what the recipe recommends. Exciting. Take your pan, and look at that. There, you can't see that. I'll bring it up closer. And just arrange them nestled together in these pans here. Give them a little bit of space beside each other because they are going to, or hopefully, puff up a little bit, but we want them close enough together because they're all friends. So, there you go, my nice little cinnamon balls. See, they're not works of art, but I bet they're going to taste delicious. So I got my one pan there, and I'll fill up the other one. You're going to preheat your oven to 425. They do need to sit a little bit before they go in the oven, so preheat your oven now. When the oven is good and hot, shove them in and bake them to 12 to 15 minutes. Once I get these ovens, we'll work on the glaze, get her all done, spread them, and then eat. I can smell it. So I'll throw these in the oven, and we'll be back. They're done! Are you guys seeing this? Look at that. That is just, oh, if you could smell what I'm smelling right now, you would smell heaven. This is what heaven smells like. Oh, I'm going to die a very happy and very rotund man. So they are literally just out of the oven and screaming hot, and we are going to make the glaze. Need a measuring cup? That helps with things. So glaze, first thing you need for this is just some icing sugar, confectioner sugar, whatever you want to call it. And that's 2 cups of that just into a bowl here. 1 cup, 2 cup. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk, 1/4 cup of melted butter, because we don't have enough of that already, 1 teaspoon, which is about a capful of vanilla and a pinch of salt. So we take a lovely whisk and we whisk this together. Till it gets all thick and smooth and glazy. You can hear my arteries screaming. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so we've got this beautiful, gorgeous, thick glaze. And now, it's hot. Just gonna take it in a little cup. Oh yeah. Oh good Lord, this is just the greatest thing ever. I'm just drizzling this all over. In no particular way. I'm sure you could do designs, little swirls. Oh, it's just melting. Getting into all those cracks and crevices. I'm just pouring it everywhere. So there's tray number 1. Just a mess of gooey goodness. Tray number 2. Oh. Freshly glazed cinnamon rolls. Okay, I'm going to test one of these bad boys out. So I'm going to take one of the ones that isn't... Oh, they're so soft. Oh, good Lord. Oh my God. This is unrolled, people. Just want to show you this. Yeah. No big deal. You can make this as well. You just need to see me enjoy it so you can all be jealous and get off your A. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so soft and buttery and cinnamon and buttery and soft. This is so good. Good Lord. Why you people don't like to cook is beyond me. You get this. It's way better than anything you can get, like Cinnabon. So, oh my God. I will post the link for the blog where I got this amazing godsend recipe from, so you all can try it out yourselves. Again, if you like what you're seeing, let me know. Comment, thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe, and if you have any more ideas for future episodes, please let me know. This is Tyler, and I am telling you to get off your A and make these today. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.